Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Colgan, and I would like to talk to you about the human brain and introduce you to the Isagenix brain and sleep support system. Long-term studies like the Framingham study show undeniably that human cognition starts to degenerate by age 35. New guidelines by the National Institutes of Health, issued in April 2011, finally acknowledge this fact. It is changes throughout the brain caused by oxidative stress, cellular reactivity, and glycation, which is sugar toxicity, the linking of sugar and protein molecules into non-functioning tissue, or you might call them junk molecules. The Isagenix brain and sleep support system aims not only to support healthy brain aging, but also to improve cognition as you age. I want to just show you the difference between young and old brains. You can see the left side of your screen is a healthy 25-year-old brain. On the right side of the screen is an 80-year-old brain with cognitive losses. Now you can see there are three main areas of loss. First is in an area called the hippocampus. You can see the holes there that have appeared in the brain. The hippocampus is crucial for the formation of memory. Then in the center of the brain, you can see the ventricles, which are normal holes in the 25-year-old brain, have grown much larger because a lot of the tissue has gone. And that is the intercommunications tissue of the brain itself, called axons. Without that, the brain can't talk to itself. And then at the top of the brain, you can see there's an area appeared between the brain and the skull, where the sulci and the gyri, the hills and valleys of the brain, have declined, and that is where most of your memories are stored. If we look at it from the point of view of an fMRI, that's magnetic resonance imagery of brain activity, you can see on the left of your screen a healthy brain has a lot of high activity in red. And on the right of the screen, the aged brain has very little brain activity in red. So the brain activity in the old brain has declined to almost nothing. The brain and sleep support system can increase your brain power by stimulating neurogenesis, that is, the growth of new neurons. We have only known this since 1997, and now it is a very considerable science. There are two areas of the brain that we're most interested in. The substantia nigra, which you can see on the screen, the black body with its tentacles stretching into the forebrain and up into the midbrain, contains most of our dopamine-producing neurons. It is responsible for functions such as balance, motor movement, and decision-making in the forebrain. When this declines, all of those functions decline too. Nutrient enhancement of dopamine improves cognition and motor function in studies of animals, healthy students, and older adults, so we can protect the substantia nigra. The major cause of cognitive decline is a loss of acetylcholine producing cells in an area called the hippocampus. The brain and sleep support system can combat this loss. Let's have a look at the hippocampus. This is the hippocampus inside the brain, as if the brain was transparent. It is like a couple of seahorses. The Greek for seahorse is hippocampus. When this area declines with aging, it disintegrates, and I want to show you what that looks like. This is neuron death in the hippocampus. A hole appears, and all of the structures, not only the cells, but all of the structures that support the brain, the beams and pillars, disintegrate. And once that has occurred, it is too late. So we want to inhibit cognitive decline before that happens. And we know that nutrient enhancement of acetylcholine levels in the hippocampus helps combat cognitive decline. Now I want to show you the mitochondria. Mitochondria are our energy producers. They produce all of our energy as adenosine triphosphate. We can only protect the mitochondria with nutrients and lifestyle. There's no other way. Mitochondrial decay occurs by oxidative stress, cellular reactivity, and the glycation we talked about before, the build-up of junk molecules. The brain and sleep support system defends against all three. By age 35, we all have some premature brain aging that can lead to progressive cognitive decline. The only way to combat it is to build up cognitive reserve, and the brain and sleep support system promotes cognitive reserve. There is one other crucial factor for maintaining brain function as we age, and that is sleep. Sleep is vital for cell renewal, for neurogenesis, that is the formation of new neurons, for consolidation of memories, and of course for recovery of muscle and organs from effort during the day. But most of us don't get sufficient sleep. 1 in 3 Americans suffer from sleep-related problems, including difficulty in initiating or maintaining sleep. And the prevalence of non-restorative sleep or poor sleep quality increases dramatically with age. Approximately 50% of all elderly people report dissatisfaction with their sleep. Yet we tend to neglect sleep. We tend to think it is not very important. In fact, sleep is one of the earliest parts of our evolution. It was created by the revolution of the earth. Day and night, our circadian rhythm, is responsible for 1/3 of the physiological function of our life. It's not a passive state, as once thought, but very physiologically active, and is responsible for all of the recovery and regaining of health that we use up during the day. This physiological function is controlled by the light. And I want to show you a little bit about how it is controlled. The light enters our eye during the day and goes from the eye through an area called the optic chiasm into the brain to a little area in the hypothalamus of the brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. And that is our timing clock that is controlled by light. If we neglect this clock, then every physiological function declines. We lose our muscle, we lose our organs, and most of all, we lose our brain. In 1958, Adam Lerner at Yale University discovered exactly how our circadian clock works. It works by release of melatonin from the pineal gland. And one of the major reasons that our sleep declines is because melatonin declines with age. Our ability to make melatonin declines with age, as shown here. You can see that by age 30, we do not have a viable level of melatonin left in order to maintain our circadian cycle. So the circadian cycle starts to decline, and sleeping becomes more difficult. Of course, that's not the only cause of sleep disturbance. We have disturbances of total time of sleep. We have disturbances of onset of sleep. We have disturbances to the circadian rhythm by jet lag, by stress, by sedentary lifestyle. Believe me, just sitting in your chair disturbs your circadian rhythm if you do it too much. Caffeine, of course, and age. And one of the worst disturbances of circadian rhythm is shift work. People never adapt to shift work. Yet 1 in 5 workers in industrial nations work at night instead of the day. So there is a great need for a product that can help with sleep. Lack of sleep is also a major factor in traffic accidents and in industrial accidents. There are many, many reasons that we should take care of our sleep. So if we put together Isagenix brain and sleep support system, we will protect the mitochondria, we'll combat cellular reactivity, we'll inhibit glycation, the formation of junk molecules, we'll stimulate neurogenesis, the growth of new neurons, and we'll boost the neurotransmitter function that sends messages throughout the brain. The Isagenix brain and sleep support system will do all 5. The system contains the brain boost and renewal and the sleep support and renewal, and they are scientifically formulated to promote mental focus, concentration, decision-making, memory, and, of course, sleep. Sleep support and renewal helps reduce the time it takes you to fall asleep. It helps improve your sleep quality. It helps increase your total sleep time. And it also promotes healthy aging, cardiovascular health, immune function, and brain health. And with the unique ingredients, it supports relaxation and recovery after workouts and improved cleanse days. The sleep support and renewal is complete natural ingredients, nutrition for both brain and body, uses fast absorbed and sustained released melatonin, uses L-theanine, known to enhance the production of alpha brainwaves for a calm and relaxed mind. It's fast-acting in a unique spearmint-flavored spray and works as part of the complete Isagenix system. Brain Boost and Renewal is scientifically formulated to support healthy brain function and healthy aging. It provides brain antioxidant protection. It protects the brain against cellular reactivity that otherwise speeds aging. It naturally improves production of healthy brain chemicals we call neurotransmitters and promotes healthy neuron growth, neurogenesis. It also helps protect the brain against harmful sugar-derived junk molecules that cause glycation. Brain Boost and Renewal supports increased cognitive function, supports increased mental focus, concentration, and memory, and helps restore the normal metabolic activity of the brain. And also, it supports better cerebral blood flow. It's important to understand that Isagenix Brain Boost and Renewal is designed to be used with Isagenix Sleep Support and Renewal in order to get optimum results. These benefits enhance neurogenesis, memory, and overall brain function. Together, these 2 products complement other Isagenix products and are specifically designed to fit with isoline shakes and the Ageless Essentials with Product B. We also tested Brain Boost and Renewal with a clinical study with 36 subjects. They were tested at the start and 6 weeks later, and we tested memory, brain speed, balance, and decision-making. And you can see in the top left of the slide that there was an improvement in memory function. And you can see in the bottom left there was an improvement in balance. And at the top right, you can see that their brain response became faster. And at the bottom right, that their decision-making became faster. These results gave us great confidence in the nutrients we used. For the further information that you will need on these two great products, we have a brochure on saving your brain. We also have a Cliff Notes book on sleep and a Cliff Notes book on Save Your Brain. And for a really in-depth look, you can get my book, Save Your Brain, all from isasalestools.com. But whatever route you go, make sure to save your brain. It's a terrible thing to waste.